Right, this is Bennett's Bar. I can't tell you how excited I am about this. So Bennett's Bar is on Leven Street, and it is an historic ornate pub, and now under the direct control of Scottish and Newcastle Brewery. Not sure I'm so keen about that. You never trust them big breweries. It's been a drinking establishment, or a drinking establishment that's studied since 1839. However, it's not always been Bennett's Bar. The current pub was opened in 1906, and with a King's Theatre to replace the Taylor McLeod pub next door. But since then, not much has changed. So it's absolutely apparently magnificent inside. It features many special things. It's got a really long bar, an alcove gantry, and it's got also, I'm hoping that it's going to be free, this probably won't be, but it's got what's known as a jug bar. If I could sit in that jug bar or a few halves of Guinness, I'll be a really happy man. But it's just a truly untouched pub for a very long time. So I'm really looking forward to this. So let's see what it looks like inside. I can't tell you how happy I'm in what's known as the jug bar. I feel like I'm on Peaky Blinders. Just look at this, we've got our own little sort of private get together. You've got your own entrance step bar. This is just like out of this world, is this. So what a beautiful, truly beautiful pub this is. Absolutely love it. We'll have a look around in a minute, but I'm just going to pay for the drinks. But excellent stuff.
Yeah, so you'll still see their heather ale and things, but they used to be called heather ales, but they rebranded. But they used to be in Straven, because at one point it was musical breweries, because Hawksmoor moved breweries.
And just look how stunning this is. Absolutely incredible.
Heather ales moved into their old brewery, and then
Very truly beautiful.
another brewery called Straven Ale moved into Williamsburg's old brewery.
Absolutely wonderful.
Yeah. So there's not a big area for brewing.
Oh, there's some more. Let's look in here.
Oh, I would say it's been historically.
Oh, there's more. Okay. Oh, there's another secondary bar. Not quite as nice in here, but I mean, magnificent nonetheless. So this is Bennett's Bar, absolutely brilliant. Here we go, so this is the Royal Scottish Academy, and never mind the Academy, look at the building, it's magnificent. So quite clearly very old, because it's columns of Doric, and Doric's obviously the first order, so the Greek columns, that's what it's inspired by. So yeah, really magnificent building. In fact, I think there's some Egyptian influences, sort of like some Sphinx or sort of that type of thing on the side of it as well. So yeah, truly magnificent. Right, so for tonight's shopping we're at the Ivy in Edinburgh, obviously, and going for a bit more sort of like home cooking tonight. So just have a look at this. So we've got lovely shepherd's pie, some cream spinach and some peas, and some bread and some nice bottle of red from Bordeaux. So absolutely excellent. So here we go, fantastic shepherd's pie that was out of this world, and now we're on to a lovely, beautiful creme brulee. I don't know where on earth I'm going to find room for all this, but I'm going to try on coffee and a cognac. Right, we're on Forest Road now, and we're outside Sandy Bell's, which, as it says, a world-renowned folk bar. So this pub's been here since 1920s, but in 1940s it regularly started playing folk music, and it's like the who's who of folk music. So some of the people that have played here include Barbara Dickinson, Dougie MacLean, Jerry Rafferty, and most famously of all, Billy Connolly. So we're going to go in here. It's only compact and bijou as this. It looks quite quaint inside, so we're going to go inside and have a look. But yeah, that's Sandy Bell. So it's a lovely here, and as you can see down the bottom there's folk music going on. Yeah, excellent. On the wall, just on top of the morning. So this is Bobby Friars. I'm not going to go in here because I don't think it's that. I don't think inside it's maybe that old. I don't know. I might be doing it wrong. It looks like it might be, but anyhow, either way, I'm not going in. We've got enough to go and see them. But this is Greyfriars Bobby, which is a story of the dog that sat by the grave of its owner for I think about 11 years. So quite a remarkable story. But yeah, we're going to bypass this one and go to another one. Right, so just outside the Jolly Judge, just off the Royal Mile, and this is another pub that dates back to the 18th century, and it's famous for its whiskey and also for its painted sailors. We'll go inside and have a look in a moment. And it was a favourite of those involved in law and journalism, as it's very near the law courts and where many of the papers once used to maybe be. But yeah, the Jolly Judge. Let's go inside and have a look. Right, we're just off the Royal Mile on the High Street now, and in 1615 the site of this tavern was occupied by a fine tenement building owned by John Spottiswoode, the Bishop of St Andrews. He was a strict Presbyterian, but he was also a royal supporter of King James VI, who succeeded to the throne in 1603. He became the Archbishop of Glasgow in 1610 and Archbishop of St Andrews in 1618. He went on to become a moderator for the church. He continued to be a royalist under King Charles I and got made Chancellor of Scotland in 1635. The legend has it the bishop's throne is buried under what is now the bar area, however, loyally supported by an attempt to impose the King's Book of Common Prayer in Scotland, though the thought is it was moved by mistake. So anyhow, the tenement burnt down in 1814 and was replaced by the mitre bar. The mitre being a bishop's headgear. Legend has it that the bishop's throne is buried under what is now the bar area, and some say the spirit still walks the pub today. There we go, so let's go inside and have a look. It's quite nice sailing inside, and they say there's a tilt towards the throne argument. But yeah, the bar's nice, it's quite lovely in here. Fairly old worldy, so yeah, pretty pleasant now, so definitely worth a trip. Right, so TSB Bank, I can't believe it's always been a TSB Bank, but look at the Ionic columns on that. Ionic, second order, scrolls around the top, you can't miss it. Right, so we're outside the Oxford Bar now, and we're on Young Street, and this Oxford Bar can be traced back to 1811 when the pub first opened on this site. However, by 1843 it had turned into a confectionery shop, and it wasn't until 1893 that it turned to its original use, which is a wine and spirit merchant. This pub really has been made famous by Ian Rankin's Inspector Rebus novels, so I think there's quite a lot of celebrities popping in and have a drink now because of Ian Rankin, but we're going in just for the crack of it, so we'll see what it looks like inside. Inside the Oxford Bar, but very nice, really quaint, really lovely. Got a lot of pictures in here and what have you. So, yeah, a lot of pictures on the wall up here, so yeah, really nice Oxford Bar, definitely recommend it. Right, we've just had a good couple of whiskies in Oxford Bar. I've had a bit of Lafroig and a little bit of a Bruichladdich, and it's been absolutely out of this world. For being in a big city, to just find a little pub down a side street that's just got a lovely atmosphere, that has got to be it. The Oxford, forget about the blooming author and all that carry on, who cares about that? I'm on about what it makes you feel like, and it was absolutely wonderful with that. So yeah, the Oxford Bar, I'd highly recommend it. Brilliant last hour or so. So we're at the National, well, we're going to go to Edinburgh Castle, but unfortunately it's already booked out. I didn't realise you had to book in advance, and it's sold out, so that's the end of that. So we're at the Scottish National Gallery. Great bit of architecture here. So this on the right, which is where the more contemporary work is, it's all classical design, so you've got the pediments at the top, but on this one you've got Doric columns that are pretty plain, and then on this one you've got Ionic columns, so that's with the scrolls on there, so all classic architecture. But yeah, really good. So we've gone and done the modern stuff, and now I think hopefully we're on to older stuff, because it's a bit more my cup of tea, that, so hopefully it looks pretty good. This is quite an interesting painting. This is it's called the Porteous Mob, and it shows a crowd basically killing this guy John Porteous, who was a city guard. But this is actually in the grass market where we were yesterday. So you see that you've got Edinburgh Castle in the background. But yeah, quite remarkable. Franz Hals, the one who painted the Laughing Cavalier. Right, here's the Scotsman's Lounge, and the Scotsman's Lounge is on Coburn Street, and it came to being 110 years ago, and as you can hear around the corner, it's popular with Scottish pipers. Yeah, so it got facelifted 40 years ago, so I'm guessing it'll probably be a bit modern inside. Might be a bit too modern for me, but we're only one way to find out, and that's to go have a quick slurp. So even though it's been facelifted, it still looks pretty traditional, really, and I can see there's all the pictures of the pipers on the wall, so yeah, very nice. The ceiling's quite nice as well, so good notes, structural ceiling, so yeah, very nice. Right, this is the last pub that we're going to review. This is the Halfway House, and this is on Flesh Market Close, or just down the Flesh Market Close, just down from the steps of Flesh Market Close there. It's built in the 17th century. It's been serving customers for over 400 years, and it's one of the smallest pubs in Edinburgh. And it's halfway, like I say, it's halfway between the palace and the castle. So let's go inside and have a look. I don't think it's there'll be that much to see, but let's have a look. It could be quite nice. So this is inside. There's quite a lot of railway memorabilia, LNER. So I'm not sure what that stands for. Then it tells you London and North Eastern Railways. So yeah, some nice stuff. But some old postcards of places you could go and visit. Fantastic one there of the Forth Rail Bridge. So yeah, really, really good. Right, so we're on Royal Mile. Very busy. You can hear people playing pipes. And I got coerced to go into a whiskey shop. And what's really annoying is I came out with 2 bottles of whiskey, which is quite the only thing that's amazing about that is the guy in there did a right number on me, because I've brought 2 bottles of whiskey that are hardbeg. So that's astonishing, but a really interesting chat. And we've got 2 whiskies I've never tried before, so we've got them to enjoy. But I've now walked out of a tweed shop because he was trying to flog me, I think, and Claire run about buying a jacket as well, and it's getting very expensive. So we decided we're going to just walk back down now and get ready for this evening and try and save all his money. Right, we've just nipped into the malt shovel. I don't think there's any real age to this. It all looks a bit too clean and new to me, so I'm not sure I'm buying it, but it's very pleasant anyhow. So we've got a little booze, so I like little booze. So Scotland Royal, it's beautiful. Wow. So we are at level 1 of the Water Scotland Memorial, so still quite a way up from here, and obviously Edinburgh Castle up there on the hill. So yeah, got a band playing over here somewhere, but yeah. So this is level 1, I think. So I think it's about 95 feet up. So we've got about another 95 feet to go. I don't think they take us right to the top, they take us up to level 3, wherever that is. But very impressive nonetheless. There's still very, very good. Well, as the great Fred Dibner would say, is we've gone up a fair bit higher now. It's, you know, you fall off here now, Got half a day out with Undertaker, I think, but looks of it. It's a great view. Good view of the railway and the Balmoral Hotel. They're wonderful. Band playing down there, I don't know where they are. Very good. To level 3. Have a seat again. Oh, a bit way up now.
Yeah, that's the highest for us.
Right, so last night, so nipped to Hawksmoor, so we're starting off with a little blanc de blanc and a bit of red wine, and obviously a big lump of meat probably, so cheers. So here we go folks, we've got nice Chateaubriand, we've got some mash and gravy, we've got some cream spinach, we've got some sweet potato, we've got some bone marrow gravy, and we've got some peppercorn sauce and a nice bottle of Crozet Moutarde, so yum yum. Best toilet of the trip goes to Hawksmoor, yes, beautiful, beautiful toilets as far as toilets go, magnificent. Right, that's Hawksmoor done, absolutely tremendous meal again. That's 3 days of incredible indulgence, right, so that's us done and dusted now. So what I will say is I think that's all from Take the Troddler. What I will say, Edinburgh has been absolutely fantastic as a trip. I mean, we've been fortunate, we've fallen right on some absolutely superb weather, but I would highly recommend coming to Edinburgh. There's so much to see and it is a beautiful, beautiful place. So I'm going to go back down to the Café Royal and enjoy in one of my favourite bars. I think out of all the bars I've reviewed, this is right up there is Café Royal. I think it gets pipped just by the Bennett bar because it's at Bennett's bar, because it's just, that is just totally out of this world to me. But I'm going to redo the sort of introduction, or the introduction to Café Royal, because I made a little bit of a cock up of it last time. But other than that, thank you for watching Take the Troddler. I hope you enjoy this vlog. You might have realised now that from now on going forward, Tito's the Troddler's channel could be anything. Could be vlogs about city breaks, it could be something about governance reviews, it could be something about ultra running, it could be something about wild camping, and I hope you stay tuned. I hope you can find it interesting enough, and if you don't, you know, all the very best. But until next time, take care. So this is the Café Royal, as I say. It was originally opened across the road in 1826. It was originally first a furniture and bathroom showroom. So it has chandeliers and gilded edges on the ceiling, and it really is magnificent. There is 6 Royal Dalton ceramic tiles that are basically based on paintings by John Eyre featuring William Caxton, George Stevenson, Benjamin Franklin, James Watt, Robert Peel and Michael Faraday. And they were purchased by the owner of the bar in 1886 at the Edinburgh International Exhibition for Science, Industry and Art. Now the interesting thing is, in the late 1960s, the owner tried to sell it to Woolworths, but thankfully, and I mean genuinely thankfully, 8,700 people signed a petition to say it couldn't be removed, and for once the people in charge agreed, the council. So absolutely tremendous place. We're going to go in, well, we've been inside, but I'm going to show you inside in a little while. What I will say is it also features in Chariots of Fire, where Abraham took his girlfriend. So that is the magnificent, truly magnificent Café Royal, only to be beaten in Edinburgh by Bennett's bar. Well, I've got to say, this is quite magnificent. It's a very, very, very close second to Bennett's bar. Bennett's bar just gets my slight favourite because I just like it. But look at this. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Just look at these here. Absolutely magnificent. Look at George Stevenson. one of it. Field. Benjamin Franklin with his press. And James Blackpool with his press.